Hi guys, I'm Winda. Today I'm gonna show you how to begin the basic for Android. This is the very simple of Android. I knew this program from my lecturer. So before that, I'm sorry for my bad English because I don't speak English in my daily life, but I'm trying to speak English. In previous comment, I found that someone commented in other language that I can't understand, and they want me to speak in. There's a sound like this. I speak, so I'm trying to speak English. So let's begin. First of all, I have to make sure that this Android virtual device or AVD Manager already running. How to get it? So you can download it on Google by searching Android SDK and click on it, SDK Manager. So in SDK Manager you can download the version of Android like Android 7.0, the latest Android. I have the old version of Android, so I'm not updating yet, so I'm still using the old Android 2.2, but it works for all that I done. This is oops, I'm not connected to the internet. So this Android 7.0 and so on, so on, so on. So you can install 12 packages or just click on whatever you want to download like this. I am untick this so I can download this. It's only 4 packages. If I tick this, so it's 12 packages. Okay, so if you have already downloaded the SDK Manager, you have to go to AVD Manager. In this AVD Manager that I already shown you, this you have to make this like create name whatever you want, like Emulator, emu device. I think it's depend on your smartphone. I think I always use this Nexus one, though I don't have the Nexus one, but I use this Nexus one. I don't know why, but it works for my smartphone. Okay, the Android is I use 2.2 or 6.0, but I'll use 2.2, the old version of Android. But if you want this, you wanna use this Android 6.0 or 7.0, you can do it. But I'm using 2.2. The skin, if you wanna widescreen, you can use this WVGA 800 like this. I'll show you later. So the size is if I'm not mistaken 512. Oh, this one already written here. So background no. Okay, so this is the AVD that I already have done with the name whatever you have to name this AVD name. I name it with Hello Kim or that emulator whatever, and I use WVGA 800 Nexus 1 back camera known, so this size 512, and okay, we can running, click on it and start. Wipe user, because my lecturers said to me that if it's running take too long time, so you have to click on it, take the wipe user data, so the old data will be, the cache of the data will be wipe up or clear, remove, launch. Okay, this is how it shows. So big. So you can choose another choice. You can close this and you can edit. If you want a smaller one, you can have this for 100 or for 32, or the smallest is KVGA, if I'm not mistaken. So I always have two choice of this AVD. I choose 400 or 800 for the bigger. So if you want a smaller one, you can change it to 400. I always use two choices. If it's not 400, it's 800, so it's the smaller one. Okay, start, launch. Right, this is the smaller one. It's better than the last one, but I love using the previous one because it's bigger. So I'm satisfying designing with wider Android. So okay, whatever it is, if you already run the emulator, I mean this AVD Manager, so you go to basic for Android, this program. The first one is you have to save this project to any folder you want, like this basic for Android. So I create new folder, I name it with whatever, try one, double click and you name it with another name like try or whatever, eggs or whatever. So I give it with try, save. If you don't save it first, so you cannot click on the designer, okay, because I already saved it, so I can use this designer. In designer you can use, the first one you have to save it first, one or whatever. You can use letters, like design, oh my god, or one or whatever. So I use one. Okay, and in add view you can use button, checkbox, edit text, image view, and web view. So I already on my previous videos I already done with this add views, some of these add views like button until list view. I mean, I already use radio button or spinner like that. Okay, so that's it. I think because it's the beginning of how to start basic for Android for beginners. One should to make sure is if the Android already running, you can connect it to this AVD. This symbol have to be status in connected, but you cannot connect it to the AVD Manager if it shows like this. It's not like your own phone, your smartphone. I mean, enter the Android yet. So you have to wait. I think it takes too long time. Alright, if you have already connected to the AVD Manager like this, the status is connected. So this designer I already designed, for example, and I have the another important thing that you have to remember. So if I type here, so it shows like this. If I type my name is with Winda, so the Android keyboard shows the whatever I call this, auto recognize words, or yeah, words. So I cannot see the bottom of this column. So how to remove it? I clear this column and go to these symbols, home, go to this settings. You know, it's like your smartphone settings, like if this text auto corrected or auto recognized, so you can untick that the keyboard. So I'm searching for the keyboard or language and keyboard. Keep it like this, Android keyboard. This is untick, untick. Click on Android keyboard. So untick the auto capitalization, untick show suggestions and quick fixes. So back to the home and back to the designer, B4A designer. Alright, I already done. So I click on this and nothing shows like the previous, like the Android keyboard. So I type my name, Winda, and click done. Okay, your name is Winda. Alright, another important thing, the last important thing is if it takes too long to running, so you can edit the process timeout like this. The first process timeout in seconds, the first is 45. So I change it to be 100 sometimes, or 120, and now because it's too long, so I use 160. Okay, I think that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment what I should make for next. So goodbye.